Hey, how's it going, guys? TMTRE here, also known as the man that reviews everything. Today we're going to be discussing Season 1 of Moon Knight. Now, I know in the past I did a video of Episode 1 and 2, but I just figured let's just wait till the season's over because it's a pretty short season. There's only 6 episodes. So I just decided let's just wait till it's over and review it as a whole. Now, within this video, I'm going to be talking about whether I recommend it, what I think about the show, just my whole honest thoughts of everything about this show. And I look forward to sharing it with you guys, so let's get into it. So I want to start it all off with, do I recommend this show? The answer to that is yes, yes, yes. This show, I absolutely love this show. Now, I did not know a lot of information about Moon Knight when this show first came out. I did not know any background of the character, but after watching the show and getting to know the character of Mark Spector, Stephen Grant, and Moon Knight, just seeing it all on screen really captivated me. And I think that has to do with the acting behind all of this and the story as well. But the acting was just phenomenal. It was so great and so well done. Oscar Isaac brought it. Like, he killed it. Like, now he's probably one of my favorite actors now after seeing him in this show. He really just stole the whole show, man. Like, he really steals it in every episode, does so good. And I love it when he switches personas. And he does it right there in front of our eyes. And it's just so well done. And you're like, wow, this man's actually really good. You know, he's always been good in my eyes. You know, he has. But I like him a lot more now after watching this show. And I can't forget about my boy, Ethan Hawke. This guy kills it, and I love it, He's just such a great villain, and he plays the role so well. Man, I cannot believe what I witnessed. The show was so good. It really is. Now, if you're like me, don't know much about the character or anything, it's okay, because this show will show you all you need to know. Even though they do change a little bit of the story from the comics, it still tells you what you need to know about the character, and I'm so excited to see the character of Moon Knight back in the MCU, because we're not sure if we're going to get a second season. We're not sure if this was just a one and done season, that's it, and then introduce him later in the future, or if he's going to get another season, or if he's going to be introduced soon into the Marvel Universe. So we don't know when the next time we're going to see Moon Knight, but I'm just so excited and I can't wait. But this show, yes, overall, great show, and I highly recommend it, especially for those casual Marvel fans. I think this show will hook you into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but this show does have its flaws. It's not the perfect show. In my opinion, it's the best Marvel show so far, but there are flaws. And some of the flaws that I've noticed is that it's very rushed. Not every episode is rushed though, because there's some episodes where they do take their time and smoothly tell you everything you need to know. But there are episodes that really just throw everything in your face and expect you to suck it all in that moment. And the show also has a lot of questions that hasn't been answered. The season finale to this was a bit of a letdown, honestly, because they needed to show us so much more. But instead, they gave us the shortest episode in the entire season and ended it right there. And that's the thing that I've been noticing with Marvel's finales. They kind of rush their season finale and expect us to understand everything, but we are still left with so many questions unanswered, and we are left wanting so much more. When I watched it this morning and the episode ended, I was like, is that it? Like, really? Like, that's it? Like, what? There was so more to be told. There really was, and it just felt like, man, why? Honestly, that is my biggest issue with this show, that they expected to tell us so much but gave us so little in a very short season. So that's my biggest flaw of the show. Another one is there's some parts of the episodes where it kind of drags out. It's kind of long, they add some stuff that's not really needed, or it's not captivating enough to kind of pull me in, because I know some of the episodes open up pretty slow to where I'm like, I'm not really into this so far. Like, I want something exciting to happen. But then there are episodes where it starts off running, you know, and you're like, oh, we're into this now. Like, let's watch it. Like, I'm so, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like that a lot. There are parts where it does feel dragged out and pretty, like, unnecessary. Also, another issue is some of the character decisions in the show are really frustrating and kind of confusing as well, because they say one thing and then they go off and do what they said that they weren't gonna do. So it's just a bit confusing on why they make those decisions or why the writers felt like they needed to do that. And again, I feel like that ties into just rushing things to make things fit. They're forcing something that doesn't fit just to get it done. They could just rewrite it and make it a bit longer. Like, I'm sure us, the fans, wouldn't mind if episodes were longer, to add in the additional information that we, the audience, need to understand not only the characters but the show itself. So if they would have done that, I think they would have made the show a lot better instead of just jamming things where they don't really fit. But that's mainly all my complaints I have for the show, though. Other than all those, this show is really good. Like, I like it. I really like the character of Moon Knight. He's like now one of my favorite superheroes because I'm like, this guy's badass. And one thing I want to praise about the show too is the visual effects. The visual effects in the show is really well done, and I can tell they put a lot of money towards it too, and it really paid off because it looks really clean. There's some CGI battles that happen within the show. I don't really want to spoil when or necessarily when they happen, but just know that they are really polished, really clean, and you can tell most of the money really went to some of these fight scenes to where they can make it look realistic or make it look clean, and they succeeded. They did do good. And I know in one of the first episodes too, there was a fight scene. You can totally tell it's like green screened. And I remember kind of critiquing that. I'm not sure if I critiqued it in my last video, but I remember, at least in my head, and being like, that does not look good. That does not look like a high budget Marvel scene. But they kind of outdid themselves with the future episodes. My favorite episode of the entire show is episode 5. And I think those of you who have seen the show will agree with me, because that episode was so emotional, so great, because it was a major thing that needed to happen, because that would help us understand the character of Mark Spector. And just to kind of give you guys a summary of the episode, it's not necessarily a full detailed summary, but just it's an episode dedicated to giving us the origin story of Mark Spector. And that episode was just so beautiful, so well done, and the story in it is so emotional. Like, it even made me like tear up a bit. That honestly was like the best episode of the show, and I loved it. But with the way they followed up with the season finale, I'm like, you guys could have done better. I really love the show. I honestly do. And I know I've said that throughout the entire video, but it's honestly a really good show. It's my favorite Marvel show, and I can't wait to see Moon Knight again. That's just my thoughts on the Moon Knight series. What do you guys think? For those of you who have seen it, what do you guys think of the season finale? Did you guys like the show as a whole? Are you guys excited to see Moon Knight again in any other movie or another season? And for those of you who haven't seen it, are you guys at all curious to watch it, or from the things I've said or from things you've heard other people say about the show? Do you guys want to check it out? I highly recommend it. And if you guys don't like it, then you guys can come back at me and tell me. That's just all I have for you guys. Thank you guys again. Leave me down your thoughts in the comment section below. Also hit that like button and that subscribe button if you haven't already. It will mean a lot to me and help out my channel greatly. So thank you guys again. I hope you guys have a good day today. Spread the love. Stay safe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.